You're a summoner? That's the weakest class in the world. The moment Lin Xiao awakened his class, everyone laughed at him. His rival called him trash. No team wanted him. No one believed he could clear a dungeon. Even a normal combat class was considered better than becoming a summoner. But they had no idea. Lin Xiao had awakened a unique S-tier talent. A talent so powerful that nobody else in the world could ever obtain it. Every single day, he gains a brand new S-rank talent. His first summon was just a tiny skeleton. Weak, pathetic, worthless. But after receiving an S-rank talent, it evolved into a terrifying Death Knight. A monster capable of slaughtering entire armies. Then his slime gained the power of endless evolution through devouring. His goblin became a master of legendary weapons. And that was only the beginning. While other people struggled to make one summon stronger, Lin Xiao gave countless S-rank talents to all of his summons. Every day they evolved. Every day they grew stronger. Every day they became more terrifying. Geniuses, prodigies, heroes, none of them could even defeat his weakest summon. Then the abyss descended upon the world. Demon gods appeared. Ancient monsters awakened. Even the gods themselves looked down upon humanity. But when humanity stood on the edge of extinction, one man stepped forward. Behind him stood an army powerful enough to shake heaven and earth. An army of death knights, ancient beasts, divine creatures, and beings powerful enough to rival gods. The world finally realized one terrifying truth. The strongest army was never an army. The strongest kingdom was never a kingdom. It was one summoner, and his summons. This is the story of Lin Xiao, the summoner who turned the weakest class into the strongest existence in the world. Every week, one 8-hour video will be uploaded. All novels uploaded here are completed, so you will get a full story without searching or waiting. I have listened to the translated version on web, and there are no major problems with translation. If you want Chinese novel translated, give me the original name of the novel and I will respond to your request as soon as possible. Please make sure your request is on the latest video. If you hear this sound in the novel, it means either question mark or some space is left, like getting materials or experience gain there more but not shown. If after a name is used and after there is silence, it means exclamation marks were used as in shock. I don't know if this will happen in recorded one, but it happened in web version. Chapter 35. Just as Lin Xiao was about to head to the first hidden dungeon, the abyssal eye suddenly reacted, displaying a prompt. Hidden boss gate discovered. Hidden boss gate? Lin Xiao was surprised and followed the guidance to a rock wall. According to the abyssal eye's prompt, the hidden boss gate was behind it. Could it be that the hidden boss behind this requires clearing 3 hidden dungeons to encounter? Lin Xiao was a bit surprised. He never expected the hidden boss to be so close to the entrance, and that he would find it. I found the boss's entrance early. Can I challenge it directly? Lin Xiao was unsure, so he began to grope along the wall, searching for hidden mechanisms or similar things. If there were none, then it would only open after certain conditions were met. For example, clearing 3 hidden dungeons. Click. After some searching, Lin Xiao accidentally touched something, and the cave began to shake. Stones fell from the rock wall, revealing a thick, solid gate. The gate was cast from an unknown material, with a gigantic, ferocious skull almost completely covering it. The skull was lifelike, as if alive, giving people the feeling of being stared at by the abyss. Around the skull were 7 grooves of varying sizes and shapes. I actually found it. Lin Xiao was somewhat excited. He really found the boss's gate. It didn't require clearing 3 hidden dungeons to appear. If I push the door open now and kill the hidden boss, will I clear the dungeon directly? The true boss of the dungeon was behind the door. This was his first time going straight for the boss upon entering. However, Lin Xiao didn't immediately push the door, but instead assessed his own strength. For a level 15 dungeon, even a hidden boss would at most be level 25. On his side, the Death Knight, without the enhancement of Death Siphon, couldn't deal high damage. However, the slime and goblin chieftain had undergone a round of enhancements, so their strength wouldn't be much weaker than the Death Knights. Moreover, he had the damage reduction and sharing effects of the honor set, so there should be no problem. After his self-assessment, Lin Xiao directly reached out to push the door. The moment he touched the gate, red light shot out from the skull's eyes on the door, as if activated. Do you want to enter? Do you want the riches and treasures within? Then go find them. The keys are stored in 3 special areas. A booming voice directly assaulted Lin Xiao's eardrums, making his head buzz. What the hell? Lin Xiao rubbed his head, taking a moment to recover. He gradually understood the meaning of the voice. The 3 areas should refer to the 3 hidden dungeons. As for the keys, Lin Xiao looked at the gate, noticing the 7 grooves on it, clearly indicating missing items. 7 keys were needed, and, looking at the red light shooting from the skull's eyes, the red light pointed in one direction. That was precisely the location of the first hidden dungeon. It seems I can save a lot of time. This light will guide me to find the remaining hidden dungeons. Lin Xiao no longer hesitated and walked in the direction indicated by the red light. At the same time, he felt a bit regretful, thinking that trying to skip class seemed impossible. However, the guild leader's information didn't mention anything about keys. Could it be a quest that only appears after finding the gate? That was possible. Otherwise, the information should have mentioned it, following the red light, and dealing with the ghouls crawling out from underground along the way. Lin Xiao soon saw the portal to the first hidden dungeon. After activating the quest, everything became much simpler. According to the information, specific monsters needed to be killed to open the hidden dungeon. But in the current situation, that was clearly no longer necessary. Entering the hidden dungeon, he opened his eyes to see a spider web almost plastered to his face. Spider Cave. Although it was called Spider Cave, there were not only spiders but also ghouls here. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Sensing intruders, many spiders, as large as adults, immediately crawled out from above and from cracks in the rocks. The ghouls buried underground all rose, their faces rotten and hideous. Just as the information described, I'm surrounded by monsters as soon as I enter. Lin Xiao looked at the approaching monsters and merely smiled faintly. Comparing numbers, this was far from enough. Without needing to issue commands, the Death Knight charged out, riding his undead warhorse. Combined with killing intent fluctuation, the bone-stripping blade in his hand continuously reaped the lives of spiders and ghouls. Successfully killed Gray Spider. Experience plus 1,100. Successfully killed Ghoul. Experience plus 1,100. Successfully killed Gray Spider. Experience plus 1,100. Ew. The Death Knight went wild like a god of war, charging in and out of the monster horde, beheading monsters left and right. The Death Knight killed in front, while the slime ate behind, not at all bothered by the spiky spider legs. A faint shattering sound reached Lin Xiao's ears. Without looking, he knew what it was. Spider eggs. The most disgusting monster mentioned in the information. The fine spider. These spiders were small, with low attack, but possessed powerful crowd control abilities. Once bitten, one would be forcibly immobilized for 1 second. If bitten repeatedly, one wouldn't be able to move at all. However, this was only for others. For Lin Xiao, these fine spiders couldn't even get close to him. The goblin chieftain activated his chieftain talent, summoning his tribesmen. 2 goblin warriors, 2 goblin shield-bearers, and 1 goblin priest. It was precisely because he saw such a lineup that when choosing equipment for the goblin chieftain, he selected it according to their professions. Snap! A goblin soldier drew out his lightning whip, tracing an electric arc in the air, and the spreading lightning instantly annihilated the fine spiders. Successfully killed fine spider. Experience plus 990. Successfully killed fine spider. Experience plus 990. Successfully killed fine spider. Experience plus 990. Ew. Lin Xiao strolled leisurely, without needing to lift a finger. The monsters were completely wiped out by his summoned beasts. Pushing forward, a giant purple spider suddenly blocked the Death Knight's path. Have we reached the boss? Lin Xiao looked at the hideous giant spider. Venomous spider, boss. Level 15. Quality, rare.
Constitution, 25 000.
Strength, 9,000. Intelligence, 1,900. Agility, 456. Magic, 1,300. Spirit, 160. Skills, Spider Summon, Entangling Web, Poison Mist. Different from the description in the information. One more is missing. Lin Xiao looked at an empty space, seemingly waiting for something. Suddenly, a rotten arm broke through the earth, then propped up an entire body. Ghoul King Boss. Level 15. Quality, rare.
Constitution, 35 000.
Strength, 2,000. Intelligence, 900. Agility, 166. Magic, 500. Spirit, 60. Skills, Ghoul Assault, Self-Destruct. Dual Bosses. Chapter 36. Lin Xiao wasn't surprised, because he had known all along. He even wished for another boss because that would mean another treasure chest. Death Knight, that spider is yours. Goblin Chieftain, you deal with the Ghoul King. Slime, provide fire support. Lin Xiao quickly assigned the combat objectives. The Death Knight summoned the Shadow of War and charged on his undead warhorse. Just then, the venomous spider spat out silk and flew to the rock ceiling, making it impossible for the Death Knight to lock onto its target. Snap, snap. The venomous spider then kept leaping back and forth, constantly looking for an opportunity to attack. The Death Knight, riding his warhorse, stopped in place, waiting for the opponent to make a move. But the venomous spider was extremely cunning. It seemed to sense the Death Knight's power, so it spat out a web to obscure his vision, then directly pounced on Lin Xiao. Minus 1,250. Minus 36,790. The moment the venomous spider prepared to attack, the Death Knight suddenly appeared behind it, his bone-stripping blade directly piercing its venom sac. Harnick's Abyss Masks, Instant Strike. It instantly killed the venomous spider. What was it thinking? Lin Xiao shook his head helplessly. Successfully killed venomous spider, boss. EXP plus 11,000. Obtained skill book, summon venomous spider. Obtained venom sac *3, venomous spider silk *20, spider leg *8. Obtained dungeon item, contaminated spider leg. Dungeon item. It seemed he had obtained something unexpected. Contaminated spider leg, obtained by killing venomous spider, boss. One of the keys to the sealed gate. This is the key then. On the other side, 2 goblin shield bearers stood at the front, absorbing the Ghoul King's attacks. The goblin chieftain, along with 2 goblin soldiers, launched an attack. Bolts of lightning struck the Ghoul King, and white smoke rose from its rotting flesh, as if it were being roasted. From afar, with the slime's magical support, the Ghoul King had no means of resistance and was constantly taking hits passively. Successfully killed Ghoul King, boss. EXP plus 11,000. The goblin chieftain put away his thunder hammer. The Ghoul King's head had been smashed to smithereens, and its body was covered in scorch marks from the lightning, like a piece of roasted meat. Obtained corpse bone *5, rotting flesh chunk *10, ghoul scepter *1. Obtained dungeon item, Ghoul King's head. Another dungeon item obtained. Lin Xiao looked at the head in his hand and murmured, "It seems the key is on the boss of the hidden dungeon. Congratulations on clearing the spider cave. EXP plus 50,000. All attributes plus 10. Your level has increased to level 12. The clearance reward was mediocre, as the first clear reward for this spider cave had already been taken. He fed the dropped materials and equipment to the slime, whose HP and strength increased, along with its poison resistance. Lin Xiao looked at the 2 gleaming golden treasure chests dropped by the boss. Under the effect of Monster Slayer, Killing a boss was guaranteed to drop a treasure chest. Open the golden treasure chest. Obtained venomous spider leggings. Enhancement stone * 5. Obtained ghoul breastplate. Modification stone * 5. Both golden treasure chests yielded equipment. He glanced at the attributes. They were very ordinary, not as good as the honor set he was currently wearing, so he tossed them to the slime as snacks. Then Lin Xiao took out the newly acquired skill book Summon Venomous Spider. Could this be that boss? Lin Xiao stroked his chin, hesitated for a moment, then directly learned it. With his current spirit, let alone summoning for summoned beasts simultaneously, even 5 would be no problem. Moreover, with the effect of the honor set, the more summoned beasts there were, the less damage he would take. Successfully learned Summon Venomous Spider. Lin Xiao glanced at the unused talents. Gentleman Killer. Proficient in various hidden weapons. Masters various killing techniques. Resolves targets in an elegant manner. Shadow Hunter. A killer hidden in the shadows. Ignores enemy defense and increases damage by 200% when attacking from behind. Both were assassin-type talents, so Lin Xiao had never used them. The Death Knight and Goblin Chieftain were both charge and fight types, so they weren't suitable. The slime was a magic artillery platform, even less suitable. Now, with a new summoned beast, Lin Xiao decided to give these 2 talents to the venomous spider. Spiders like to hide in nooks and crannies, so these 2 talents should be quite suitable, right? Lin Xiao immediately bestowed the talents upon it. Talent, Gentleman Killer, successfully bestowed. Talent, Shadow Hunter, successfully bestowed. Summoned Beast, Venomous Spider Evolved Spider Prince. Your summoned beast has been enhanced, gaining some rebuffed attributes. Constitution plus 400, Strength plus 17, Intelligence plus 20, Magic Power plus 20, Agility plus 9, Spirit plus 7, Spider Prince. Hearing this name, Lin Xiao's expression became a bit strange, and he immediately summoned it. Purple mist appeared, and a golden-haired, purple-clad man elegantly emerged. His feet hovered in the air, an enchanting smile on his face, as he elegantly bowed to Lin Xiao. The Spider Prince greets you, my master. The sudden appearance of the man greatly surprised Lin Xiao. The venomous spider had actually transformed into this appearance. Spider Prince. Race, Spider. Quality, Legendary. Level, 1, 0%.
Constitution, 4000.
Strength, 471. Intelligence, 109. Agility, 200. Magic Power, 500. Spirit, 78. Talents, Gentleman Killer, Shadow Hunt. Skills, Spider Summon, Web Spread, Shadow Assassination, 108 Killing Techniques. Were you always like this? Lin Xiao was very curious. The Spider Prince shook his head. It is all thanks to my master's benevolence that I underwent a metamorphosis. It is my lifelong honor to serve my master. It should be the talents that caused the Spider Prince to transform. Lin Xiao immediately understood that it was due to the Gentleman Killer talent. Not only did it transform the Spider Prince into a human form, but its intelligence also seemed to have greatly increased. At least it could speak human language. Let's raise your level first. Lin Xiao didn't mind whether the Spider Prince was in human or spider form. It was his summoned beast either way. Do you wish to consume 10,000 HP to raise the Spider Prince's level to 10? Prompt popped up. Yes. Lin Xiao's HP instantly bottomed out. This was the effect of the talent Price of Blood. Price of Blood. Consume a certain amount of HP in exchange for a special effect. This was a talent obtained in the training room. Its effect was extremely powerful. It could not only enhance the summoned beast's strength but also increase its level, just like the Spider Prince now. After using it, he could not restore HP through external means, meaning a priest's healing would be ineffective on him. However, Lin Xiao had the grass set, which could continuously restore HP, and 2 life-saving abilities, so he wasn't flustered even with his HP at rock bottom. Spider Prince. Race, Spider. Quality, Legendary. Level, 10, 0%.
Constitution, 6000.
Strength, 1980. Intelligence, 345. Agility, 541. Magic power, 800. Spirit, 78. Talents, gentleman killer, shadow hunt. Skills, spider summon, web spread, shadow assassination, 108 killing techniques. Ah, thank you for your master's grace. The spider prince stretched his arms, embracing the sky, his face intoxicated as he felt his power continuously rising. Let's go. It's time for the second hidden dungeon. Chapter 37. Leaving the spider cave, Lin Xiao returned to the place where he first entered. The sealed gate was still there, but the direction of the red light shooting out had changed. That must be the location of the second hidden dungeon. Lin Xiao walked in the direction indicated by the light. With the guidance, he didn't need the abyssal eye to search slowly, saving a lot of time. Ghouls emerged from the ground one by one. Just as the Death Knight was about to attack, he saw the Spider Prince step forward and bow slightly to him. Mighty Knight, please allow me, this newcomer, to demonstrate my strength. The Death Knight did not reply, but instead looked at Lin Xiao, seeking his opinion. Then I'll leave it to you. This was also a good opportunity to see the Spider Prince's talent ability. Thank you, Master. The Spider Prince bowed to Lin Xiao, then dissolved into a cloud of purple smoke and vanished. When he reappeared, he was already on top of a ghoul. The dagger in his hand flashed rapidly, visible only as a silver-white streak across the air. -5,843. -5,473. Attacking from the back, the damage was directly doubled. Poof! The ghoul's corpse burst open, blooming into a bloody rose. Successfully killed ghoul. EXP plus 1,100. The Spider Prince's attack did not stop. He moved through the ghoul group like a shadow, and wherever he passed, a bloody rose exploded. Successfully killed ghoul. EXP plus 1,100. Successfully killed gray spider. EXP plus 1,100. The EXP continued to grow, quickly reaching 50%. With the Spider Prince clearing the way, Lin Xiao quickly arrived at the entrance to the second hidden dungeon. Passing through the teleportation gate, everything went pitch black, and he couldn't see his hand in front of his face. The surroundings were accompanied by gusts of cold, eerie wind. Without needing Lin Xiao's command, the slime quickly cast illumination, dispelling the surrounding darkness. Eerie winds blew constantly, and there were rock crevices everywhere. Be careful. Some monsters like to hide in crevices to launch sneak attacks. Just after Lin Xiao finished his reminder, he saw a transparent figure pass through the rock. Their faces were ghostly pale. They were humanoid but lacked feet. They wore long hair and skirts. Walls were nothing to them, allowing them to pass through freely, accompanied by occasional giggling sounds. Lin Xiao immediately became vigilant. Ghost Banshee. Level 13. Quality common.
Constitution, 15000.
Strength 100. Intelligence 1,000. Agility 276.
Mana, 900.
Spirit 600. Talent Ghost Body, C rank. Skills, Ghost Claw, Life Absorption. Ghost Banshees emerged from the rock walls in all directions, smiling as they looked at Lin Xiao and his party, treating them like delicious food. Is this going to be a night parade of 100 demons? So many of them, they should be enough for me to level up. Seeing so many Ghost Banshees, Lin Xiao wasn't scared at all. Instead, he was quite excited. These are all floating EXP. The Death Knight charged, his bone-stripping blade continuously harvesting the drifting Ghost Banshees. Wherever he went, nothing survived. The Spider Prince moved among the Ghost Banshees like a phantom, letting out a sigh. There's no elegance or beauty to bloom here. The slime was more direct, activating its indiscriminate bombardment mode, turning the giggling Ghost Banshees into wailing messes. The Goblin Chieftain also fought on the front lines, but he left a goblin warrior and a goblin shield bearer by Lin Xiao's side to prevent sudden monster attacks. Successfully killed Ghost Banshee. EXP plus 1650. Talent, Death Siphon. Activated. Constitution plus 7500. Strength plus 50. Successfully killed Ghost Banshee. EXP plus 1650. Lin Xiao waited for the battle to end while drinking tea. That's how a summoner operates. They don't need to lift a finger. They just enter the dungeon, stand in a corner, and wait for the battle to finish. I should have brought a small stool. Noted, I'll remember next time. Congratulations. Your level has increased to 13. I leveled up. There's so much EXP here. Lin Xiao was delighted looking at his EXP bar. If he kept grinding like this, he might reach level 15 by the time he clears the entire dungeon. Snap! Suddenly, the surroundings darkened and plunged into pitch blackness. Illumination failed. What happened? Lin Xiao immediately became vigilant. The sudden failure of illumination meant that the slime was in danger. Illumination isn't a powerful spell, and its consumption isn't high. Even a novice mage can maintain it for a full day and night, let alone the slime. But now this simple spell had failed, making it obvious what had happened. More importantly, this happened suddenly. Summon, follow. Lin Xiao didn't hesitate and immediately recalled the slime to his side. He looked at the slime that had returned to his side and found it had turned into a liquid puddle. Its normally springy body looked drained and listless, as if all its moisture had been sucked out. What's going on? Lin Xiao quickly scooped up the slime and found that its mana had been depleted to 0. The mana is gone? The slime is a magic-based summoned beast, and losing mana is a fatal blow to it. What exactly happened that caused the slime's mana to instantly drop to 0? Shocked as he was, this was not the time to dwell on it. Lin Xiao quickly took out a mana recovery potion to help the slime recover. Lacking visibility was the most fatal issue. He couldn't even clearly see the enemy's movements. After drinking the mana potion, the slime recovered slightly, which was enough for it to cast illumination. Light shone forth, and the darkness was dispelled once more. Lin Xiao saw a flame-shaped creature. Spirit Devourer. Boss. Level 16. Quality, rare.
Constitution, 30 000.
Strength, 10. Intelligence, 3,200. Agility, 166.
Mana, 10,000.
Spirit, 900. Skills, mana absorption, mana conversion, quick movement, fire breath. Lin Xiao finally understood why the slime's mana had been instantly emptied. Mana absorption. Absorbs mana equal to its own mana value from the enemy every second. Mana conversion. Provides 10 intelligence for every 100 mana possessed. It's an abyss boss specializing in draining mana. 2 skills that would make any mage envious. However, what surprised Lin Xiao was that the boss had actually appeared on its own. Had the prolonged battle attracted it? But it didn't matter. If it came, he would kill it. Suddenly, the sound of a giant object crashing drew Lin Xiao's attention. Looking in the direction of the sound, Lin Xiao's pupils contracted. He saw an incredibly shocking sight. Chapter 38. A pair of slender, jade-like hands cradled the goblin chieftain's head and planted a fierce kiss on him. At that moment, the goblin chieftain was completely bewildered, never expecting his happiness to arrive so suddenly. His hands didn't know where to rest, and he couldn't even hold his weapon steadily, letting it drop to the ground. This was the source of the sound from earlier. Seeing this scene, Lin Xiao's mind went blank for a moment. What is going on? How did they end up kissing? But soon, Lin Xiao noticed that this ghost woman was somewhat different from the others. Her figure was much larger, and her skirt was also quite distinctive. Ghost Witch. Boss. Level 17. Quality, rare.
Constitution, 55 000.
Strength, 2,000. Intelligence, 2,300. Agility, 278.
Mana, 2134.
Spirit, 342. Talent, Ghost Body, C rank. Weapon, Ghost Pickaxe. Skills, Kiss of Drain, Void Orb, Invisibility. It's a dungeon boss. Go save the Goblin Chieftain. Lin Xiao shouted immediately. It wasn't that the ghost which was suddenly in heat and wanted to kiss the Goblin Chieftain. She was draining the opponent's power. Miss, this kind of forced melon is not sweet at all. The Spider Prince suddenly appeared behind the ghost which, a smile on his face, as he thrust his dagger forward violently. The ghost which had been prepared. The moment the Spider Prince appeared, she quickly dropped the Goblin Chieftain and dodged far away. The Goblin Chieftain lay limp on the ground with a look of happiness, as if he had been drained dry, unable to get back up. Still, I was a bit careless. Two bosses appearing suddenly had caught him off guard. One drains mana, the other drains attributes. Such a sneak attack, if used against any team, would cause them to lose their combat effectiveness instantly. Hee hee. After completing the absorption, the ghost which changed instantly. She no longer looked pitiable and cute, revealing her true, ferocious face. She raised the ghost pickaxe in her hand and launched a fierce attack toward the Spider Prince. Facing the incoming attack, the Spider Prince just smiled faintly and immediately activated Shadow Stealth. Just as he was about to disappear, the Spirit Eater appeared silently beside him, just as it had appeared beside the slime earlier.
Mana absorption.
Using its own mana absorption capacity, it instantly drained the Spider Prince's mana dry. What? The Spider Prince's expression changed. Seeing this, the ghost which couldn't help but smile. She put away her ghost pickaxe, made a gesture of cupping her face with both hands, and leaned her slightly pale face toward him. She wanted to drain the Spider Prince's power. Summon, follow. Lin Xiao immediately called the Spider Prince and the Goblin Chieftain back to his side. An unknown dungeon is indeed fraught with danger. One mistake could lead to total annihilation, but that only applies to ordinary teams. With the two bosses coordinating, any class would inevitably suffer against them. But Lin Xiao is different, because his summoned beasts are not limited to just these. The ghost which lunged into empty air. The food that was at her mouth had slipped away. She was instantly enraged, but before she could launch an attack, she felt a surge of killing intent from behind. Minus 37,456. Instant strike. The Death Knight had made a move. Minus 13,000. Minus 2,750. Combined with the powerful health-depleting ability of killing intent fluctuation, it instantly crippled the ghost which quickly pulled away, her eyes full of fear. The Death Knight was far more powerful than she had imagined. Ah! With disheveled hair, the ghost which let out a roar. The surrounding ghost women suddenly stopped in place, then all rushed over. A large number of ghosts surged in, and the ghost witch's power was constantly increasing. She's berserk. Lin Xiao immediately realized something was wrong. He glanced at his health, which had already recovered by half, and without hesitation, he used Price of Blood again. Consume 6,745 HP to restore all of the slime's mana? Yes. Lin Xiao's HP dropped directly to 1. The slime's mana was immediately restored. Lin Xiao glanced at the Goblin Chieftain, who was still immersed in happiness, and kicked him in annoyance. Getting charmed so easily. Have you never seen a woman before? He took out a purification potion to help the Goblin Chieftain break the charm. Although the charm was broken, the drained power wouldn't recover so quickly. The recovered Goblin Chieftain realized his mistake and lowered his head in shame. Actually, it wasn't his fault. Everything happened very suddenly. The sky suddenly turned dark. Before he could react, the ghost which kissed him, and then he was charmed. Take your soldiers to deal with that Spirit Eater. Don't let it run around. Lin Xiao said irritably. Although the Goblin Chieftain had his power drained, the Goblin warriors and the others were not weakened and could still fight. The Goblin Chieftain accepted the order and immediately led his soldiers to launch an attack. Morale. Fight for glory. Lin Xiao provided them with buffs. With the Goblin Chieftain and the others holding the front line, the slime could output damage without any worries. Afterward, He used a mana potion to help the Spider Prince recover his mana, allowing him to find a suitable opportunity to strike. On the other side, the ghost which absorbed all the ghost women and received a huge boost. A ghost claw, even larger than her own body, covered down from above, intending to tear the Death Knight apart. Swish! The Death Knight instantly disappeared from where he was, and the ghost witch's attack missed. Before she could react, the bone-stripping blade slashed into her body again. The ghost witch was shocked. Just like before, he had suddenly appeared behind her again. Minus 2,750. Minus 36,646. Instant strike. By the time the ghost witch completed her absorption, the Death Knight's skill had also finished cooling down. Winnie, the dark warhorse beneath him, wasn't idle either. It raised its front hooves and kicked out violently, sending the ghost witch flying. Minus 9,800. The ghost witch suffered heavy damage again, completely dazing her. She had already gone berserk, so why could she still not beat him? Ah! The ghost witch was furious, her long hair dancing wildly as she raised the ghost pickaxe and let out a sharp cry. The tip of the blade showed signs of spatial distortion, and a void orb was slowly released. The Death Knight faced her with cold eyes, pointed his bone-stripping blade forward, and 3 green shadows of war emerged. Form ranks. The magnificent aura shook the entire cave. Charge. Like the momentum of 10,000 galloping horses, it crushed everything. Upon touching the void orb, the shadows of war were instantly torn apart and devoured, but it still couldn't stop the Death Knight's charge. Seeing this, the ghost witch panicked and turned around, wanting to flee. But how could her speed compare to the Death Knight's? At the cost of 2 shadows of war, the Death Knight reached the ghost witch. With a swing of his blade, the ghost witch's head flew high into the air, and she didn't even have time to beg for mercy.